The little girl didn't speak. She didn't scream. She didn't run. Instead, she lifted her tiny hand in the middle of a crowded grocery store, giving a signal only one creature understood. And when the police dog reacted, everything exploded. I share news stories here every day, and would really appreciate it if you hit subscribe and liked my video. Now, let's jump back into my story. I sure you love it. If you keep listening till the end, and tell me from which part of the world you are watching this story, I am interested to know how far away this story traveled. Officer Marcus, Ramius, and his canine partner, Rex, were halfway through a routine patrol inside Riverside Market. The store hummed with the everyday sound of scanning machines, rolling carts, and casual conversations. Nothing felt dangerous. Nothing seemed off until Rex's posture shifted. The German Shepherd's ears sharpened. His steps slowed. His tail lowered just slightly. It was subtle, but Marcus knew Rex like a brother. Something was wrong. Rex. "What is it, boy?" Marcus murmured. Rex didn't answer. Not with sound, but with movement. He pulled forward, nose twitching, eyes locked on something at the end of the aisle there. A tall, tattooed man walked with a little girl in a bright pink sweater. She held a small stuffed rabbit against her chest. Her posture was stiff, rigid, unnatural for a child on a casual trip. She didn't smile. She didn't touch anything. She kept her head down, except for the quick, desperate glances she kept shooting toward Rex. Marcus didn't notice her yet, but Rex saw her. Rex felt her fear. The dog took another step. His breathing changed. And then, in a moment so quiet it felt unreal, the girl lifted her hand, palm open, fingers straight, not waving, not stretching, a distress signal. One taught in schools for when kids cannot speak. "Help, I'm in danger." Rex reacted instantly. A loud explosive bark thundered through the aisle. Shoppers jumped. A mother pulled her toddler close. A young man dropped a cereal box. The entire aisle froze. Marcus snapped his head toward Rex. "Hey!" Rex, heel. But Rex refused. He took another step, lowering himself protectively. His eyes locked on the man gripping the girl's wrist. At first, Marcus didn't understand. Then he saw her hand trembling, her eyes wide, her lips tight with silent panic. Something inside Marcus clicked. "Sir," he called out, voice steady but alert. "Everything okay over there?" The tattooed man forced a smile. Yeah, officer. She's my daughter. We're just shopping." "Your dog is spooking her," but his voice cracked. His shoulders tensed. His fingers tightened around the girl's arm. Rex growled, deep, loud, undeniable. The girl's hand trembled again. She lowered it only because the man squeezed harder. Marcus stepped forward. "Sir, I'm going to need you to loosen your grip on her." The man scoffed. "This is ridiculous." Rex let out another bark, even louder. The sound echoed across the store. People turned. Phones came out. A hush spread. The girl's eyes filled with tears. She tried to lift her hand again, a small motion, a plea only Rex noticed. Suddenly she whispered, voice shaking, "Please. Please don't let him take me." The man's face drained of color. "She's lying," he snapped desperately. "She's scared of the dog." Marcus shook his head. "She's scared of you." The girl pressed herself behind Rex, gripping his fur. And then a customer stepped forward, holding up his phone. "Officer. The Amber Alert. This is her. This is the missing girl." Marcus saw the photo. It was her, everything. Exploded at once. The man yanked her arm and bolted, dragging the little girl with him. Rex launched like a missile that Chase had begun. Rex shot forward with explosive force. paws hammering the polished floor as the tattooed man dragged little Emily through a side aisle. Shoppers screamed and backed away as cans toppled and a cart crashed sideways. Officer Marcus Daniels sprinted behind them, heart pounding, eyes locked on his partner. "Stop. Let her go," Marcus shouted, but the man didn't stop. His grip tightened on Emily's wrist, making her stumble and cry out in pain. Rex's growl rose into a powerful roar, not of anger, but of protection. The man darted left between shelves, but Rex was faster. The canine lunged and slid sideways, blocking the escape path with perfect precision. The man skidded, panicked, whipped around, and tried to flee in the opposite direction. Rex blocked that too. Every attempt at escape was shut down by the dog's raw instinct and training. "Call him off." The man screamed, voice cracking. "He'll stop when you stop," Marcus warned, closing in. For a split second, the man glanced at the store exit, his last hope. He shoved a stack of cereal boxes in Rex's path and bolted. But Rex burst through them like they were feathers, locked onto the suspect's movement, and lunged low. The man jerked backward. Losing balance, Emily slipped from his grip. She tumbled safely to the side, right into Marcus's arms. The suspect crashed to the floor. Rex planted himself between the fallen man and the girl, growling with fierce authority. The chase was over. Emily clung to Marcus with shaking arms, her small body trembling uncontrollably. Rex circled once, then pressed his body against her protectively. Marcus crouched low, wiping tears from her cheeks. "Hey, you're safe," he whispered. "He can't hurt you anymore." Emily sobbed harder, burying her face into Rex's warm fur. The dog stayed perfectly calm, letting her clutch him like a lifeline. He told me he worked with my mom," she cried. "He said she was waiting for me outside the library." Marcus's jaw clenched. "You were brave. You made the signal." Rex saw it. Emily nodded shakily. "I hoped someone would." Sirens wailed outside. Officers rushed in, surrounding the suspect on the floor. Handcuffs clicked. One officer glared down at the man, abducting a child inside a grocery store. "You're done." The man struggled against the cuffs, shouting excuses that no one believed. Officers found a child's hair tie, a bracelet, and a detailed map in his pocket, enough evidence to remove all doubt. Meanwhile, Emily refused to let go of Rex. Paramedics approached, but she shook her head. "Not without him, please." Marcus smiled softly. "Rex isn't going anywhere." The store doors slid open again, and a frantic woman rushed in. "Emily." Emily gasped. "Mommy." She ran straight into her mother's arms, both collapsing to the floor in tears. The reunion hit every witness like a wave. Shoppers cried. Officers looked away to hide emotion. Even Marcus felt his throat tighten. "I thought I lost you," her mother whispered. "I thought I'd never." Emily cut her off by pulling Rex into the hug. "He saved me," she said through tears. He understood the signal. No one else did. Her mother reached out, gently stroking Rex's head. "Thank you. Thank you for bringing my daughter back, for the first time since the ordeal began." Rex wagged his tail. After several minutes, detectives arrived to gather statements. But they paused when they saw Emily curled beside Rex, her hand gripping his fur. "Let her stay with him," one detective whispered. "She's been through enough." Marcus nodded. Emily looked up, tears still clinging to her eyelashes. "Can I see him again after today?" Marcus smiled warmly. "He'd like that." Emily bent down, cupped Rex's face in her small hands, and whispered, "You're my hero." She kissed his head, and Rex leaned into her with gentle understanding as she walked out with her mother, safe at last. Rex watched until she was out of sight. Only then, lowering his guard with a soft breath, Marcus scratched his partner's ear. "Come on, hero," he said softly. "Let's go home," because everyone in that store knew one thing. A little girl survived because a police dog saw a signal no one else did. Asterisk. Thanks for watching till end. Please like and subscribe my channel. I will be very thankful to you.